A few of you? So I have a roommate, but he's never there. So some people might refer to my place as a bachelor pad. I like to think of it more of as a reclusive writer's jerk-off dungeon. So, like I said, I'm a bit of a recluse. You know, I don't really like to leave the house too much. The main reason being is that people make fun of my headband. Everybody's making fun of my headband. You see the headband? And I keep telling everybody the reason I've been wearing this headband is because, well, my hair's getting long. It's getting out of control. But I have a confession to make. The real reason that I've been wearing this headband is because I have a big gay tennis match later. So. There's that. Always feels good to get that one off the chest. Did you guys know that there is no grin greater than the grin of a guy when he finds out he doesn't have herpes? Never really pictured myself sitting in a clinic hoping that I had chlamydia. Or the clap, because, you know, as long as it's not herpes, because herpes lasts forever. You don't get rid of that one. It was really weird, though, the day I was supposed to get my test results back. I was sitting in the car, and I was listening, getting ready to go into work, and I was listening to a song by the Far Side, who is a hip-hop group, for anybody who doesn't know. And the last line of this song, it really got me right here, and it went a little something like this: got more flavor than 7-Eleven Slurpees. If Magic can admit he has AIDS, fuck it, I have herpes. Now, you guys can imagine why this particular line struck me like a ton of bricks, given what I was going through at the time. It seemed a little prophetic. At this point, I thought that I was destined to have herpes. But one thing that really comforted me in this time of struggle was the fact that this rapper who said this line, his name was Booty Brown. Booty Brown. If some fucking guy named Booty Brown could admit he had herpes, why couldn't I? Booty Brown is like the rap name equivalent to Shitty Ass. Shitty Ass the Rapper. Doesn't really seem like a good rapper name, I wouldn't think, but I think he's a good artist, so whatever. Been having some deep thoughts lately. Deep thoughts. I think that we should add an extra E to the word penis. Because you know what they say, the longer it is, the better, right? I don't know if they say that, but the real reason being is that phonetically speaking, that makes way more sense. And I'm a sensible guy, which is why I think that anybody who wears a shirt that says $5 footlong on it, with an arrow pointing to the penis, needs to be castrated immediately. I just don't think it's fair that we have people walking around with these shirts on while we're all trying to live in a civilized society. These people are allowed to reproduce. It's not fair. But I'll tell you what would be fair. You know, after we burn the shirt and toss the testicles and the penis into a pot of piranhas, we give them a new shirt, similar style, with an arrow pointing down there saying, patch of skin. You guys with me on this? Usually gets blank stares. So anybody here get ashy? Does anybody know? Who knows what that means? Does anybody know what that means? So I get especially ashy during the winter time, and a lot of people know what ashy means. Anyways, I get so ashy I can't tell if these scales on my skin are just dermatitis or if I'm finally achieving my autistic childhood dream of becoming a dinosaur. And for my sake, we're just gonna go ahead and say it's the dinosaur one, because the rest of my dreams have been shit down the drain with every student loan payment I make. So fuck it, I'm a dinosaur. Fuck it. But hey, believe it or not, I like to look on the bright side of things. And, you know, having a college degree may not be worth much these days, but at least I can still use my student ID to get a $2 discount on a Shawarma King buffet. Nice little consolation prize, right?
Did you guys have some good holidays? All right, this girl at the bar did. I like the holidays. I was never a huge winter fan until this year. I thought, man, I want to get more into this. So I actually took up ice sculpting. Pretty good at it. So far, I'm excelling at cubes. So, no, I do like winter. I like the coming together of everyone. Sometimes I like to reminisce about memories with strangers. It just takes longer. No, the holidays are nice. My parents actually came up. It was nice. I let them out of my basement, so they came up. That was cool. Guys, I'm joking. I wouldn't lock my parents up. I don't know who the fuck is in my basement, but they're nice. The only complaint I have, though, about getting with family for the holidays is I'm going to be 30 this year. I'm not married. I don't have any kids. They always ask me what I'm doing with my life. And my aunt, she said, you know, Liz, you're 29, you're going on to 30. I almost said 27. I'm getting younger. She said, you're going on to 30. It's 2017. Where do you see yourself in 3 years? I said, bitch, I don't have 20/20 vision. I don't know. Math. But my mom actually, when she came up, she laid some heavy news on me. It was a little rough. She actually told me, you know, I want you to know I have to get a hysterectomy. And I thought, wow, it's never easy to say goodbye to your childhood home. So that was really sad. But really, I don't know what I'm doing with my life when my family asks me, do you know, at 27, John Wilkes Booth had already shot his first president? I'm 29, I haven't even shot a normal person. What the fuck am I doing with my life? But it wasn't that bad. I wasn't getting that hounded at my family dinner because my cousin came, so she took some of it too. I love my cousin. Not because we grew up as best friends, not because she's awesome, but because our eyes are kind of close together, kind of like the headlights of a Jeep, like a little too close. I love that. But that's not even like the best part. She actually draws her eyebrows on, so it looks really fucking funny, but she draws them on a little too high. So I said, you know what, this year I'm gonna tell her. So I said, hey, come here. I said, your eyebrows are on a little too high, it looks fucking dumb. I thought she was gonna be mad. Honestly, she just looked surprised. But not as surprised as I was when I was trying to find a recipe for something to bring like a dessert to the family dinner. Guys, trust me, don't Google cream pies. It's not what you think. That's a recipe for disaster. And to delete my history. And I have a maxed out credit card, so that fucking sucks. But really, this weather, it's interesting how cold it is today, but on Tuesday it's going to be like 40 degrees. I'm starting to think that Earth is bipolar. There's my science friends. So I saw an ad the other day for an invisible fence, and I thought, fucking awesome, that's great for my invisible dogs. No, I'm kidding, guys. I actually do have a dog. It's a nice dog. I've actually been watching the news lately, though, and I keep seeing stories where a teacher has slept with their students. That's why I won't enlist my dog into obedience class. Absolutely not. Nope. My friends and I, we tried something out over about 2 weekends ago. We got a Ouija board. Figured, let's give it a try. Fuck it. Let's see who we can talk to. So we're sitting there. We're doing it. And the pieces were moving. A, L, I, V, E. What the fuck? Why is it spelling alive? This is scary. Just keep it going. Just keep it going. So we did. We got S, T, A, Y, I, N, G, A, L, I, V, E. And I went, fuck, we bought a Ouija board. We messed up. Half of this crowd is like, who the fuck are the Ouijas? Look them up. Alright, one last thing for you guys before I get out of here. This is just a piece of advice. It's alright to get in touch with your inner self, but not if it's because you went cheap and only bought 1-ply toilet paper. Thank you.
Anal sex.
Yeah!
I think that's the appropriate transition from mass shootings. Good. So the first girl talked about anal. She didn't like it. The first time I had it, I actually threw out my back. Yeah, so I threw out my back. I couldn't walk. I had to go to the chiropractor for weeks. And it was so expensive. It cost me hundreds of dollars. And I just really looked back at it and I thought, damn, an abortion would have been cheaper. It's hard. I read this new study that if you are pregnant and you're scooping cat litter, you could actually lose the baby. Yep. So in other news, I have cat litter in every room of my house. Scooping it. I'm into it. I learned that you should never date a neighbor. Ever. This is life advice from Anna Flora. Because from their front porch, they can see you cheating on them. Bad. I can't. Did you give me the light yet? I can't really see. Well, oh no, I'll keep going. All right. It's really. I'm not used to it. I'm on Tinder. Anyone else? Any Tinder people? Yeah, it's pretty fun. I actually just got back from Alaska, and Tinder in Alaska is amazing. Everybody has like a dead fish in their profile. It's like a required, you have to have a dead fish. We don't care about the size of the dick, it's the size of the dead fish. That's what is important. But it's crazy on Tinder, they actually like ask you to dinner because there's a 20 men to 1 ratio for women. Isn't that crazy? Everybody's like, give me the bill, I'm going to Alaska, all the women, right? But yeah, so I just decided when you're in Alaska, everybody opens the door for you and they're all the guys are super nice and they actually ask you to dinner, and I just decided if we want men to treat us well, we just need to kill half the female population. So half you ladies, I'm sorry. I want to be treated with respect. There's too many of us. It's not working. But Tinder, their slogan is start a fire with someone attractive near you. It's a fire because they gave you an STD. And now your crotch is burning. It's just... I love to read Cosmo. Anyone else? You love it? Yeah? Is it like not a thing anymore? Wow. So I like Cosmo because they give really fun sex advice. Yes. Yes. Like one of them said, if you are tired of eating dick, you should spice it up with toppings. And I was like, oh. I'm a peanut butter girl. Anyone else love peanut butter? Love it. I like chunky. So I put peanut butter all over my guy's dick, and he was getting so hard, and he was panting. I was like, wow, this is going so well. Turned out he had a peanut allergy. It's rough.
I went to a Donald Trump rally. That's the right response, I guess. I did. I went the night before he won the election here in Grand Rapids. He came to DeVos, and I went to it. Mainly because I don't care about my own safety, you guys. So I went. I was like, this could be an experience to tell as long as I live. And I meant that like, as long as I live. My friend Tina sent me a text message that says, Mike, I want to go to the Donald Trump rally, but I'm too scared to go alone. And naturally, as a good friend, I'm like, no, I'm not gonna go with you. It's a terrible idea, I don't want to do that. She's like, listen, I want to go, I want to be an informed voter. I was like, all right, I can't knock that. So I was like, all right, fine, I'll go. So we meet up at the Holiday Bar before we go, because I need to get some drinks in me. And she shows up on the way, she sends me a text message that says, Mike, whatever you do, don't get us kicked out tonight. And I'm like, hey, I wear suits in public, I think I know better than to get kicked out. So then she shows up, and she's wearing black combat boots, black pants, and a black turtleneck sweater. And I'm thinking, you told me not to get us kicked out, but you came dressed as a Black Panther. I said, you did? You would stop and get a beret on the way? What the fuck are you doing? Blast Beyonce while we walk in? It'd be great. It was a weird night. I was there for hours, you guys. I got there at 6. Trump was scheduled to come on at 11:30. So I was like, this is gonna be a long time. I gotta go into this shit with a game plan. And I had my game plan. Phase 1 of the game plan. I'm gonna dress as nice and unthreatening as possible. So when I walk in, they put me in those bleachers behind Trump. Because they're gonna see me and be like, oh, he's a safe black guy. Let's put him up there. Then when I'm up there, every time he says something ridiculous, I would just make this face. Shit was foolproof, you guys. We stood in line for 2 hours. In the cold. It wasn't that cold. But it felt cold from all the looks I was getting. The line was like a normal line. Like it wasn't anything. I mean, every now and then a big ass lifted truck drove by with a Confederate flag in the back and every hillbilly's dick got real hard. But like other than that, it was like a normal everyday line, you know? You all stood in line for something. Concert tickets, video game releases, movie stuff. Everyone stood in line for something. And it was the same thing for us. We're standing there, everybody's complaining about how long the line is. You got vendors selling merchandise. There's a guy standing behind me with a boombox on his shoulder. Except instead of playing like the freshest beats, it's playing like Rush Limbaugh on repeat for 2 hours. I'm like, hey man, can you turn that out? Are you scared of the truth? Forget about it, don't worry about it. Go ahead and leave that on, I am outnumbered. Finally we get into the DeVos. It's a very big place, the exhibit halls, where they have a car show and stuff, and they got a stage set up. You know, Make America Great Again banners everywhere. It's a big room, and I'm like, there's no way they're gonna fill this room up. It's gonna be a lot of us standing around looking stupid, supporting Trump. It's gonna be great. But lo and behold, to my surprise, it did fill up. It filled up so much that they turned away 2,000 people that night. That's how packed it was. They had a line outside the building that wrapped for 1.5 miles. People support Trump in this city, in case you didn't know.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Unfortunately, it's correct, because, I mean, it doesn't matter now, you know.
That does.
Well, I mean, there's no difference to make now. Let's all pick it, you guys. It'll really change things. But yeah, it filled up in there. We were packed wall to wall like sardines in a can full of racism. It was great. Just made that up, made myself laugh. We're standing there and I'm like, all right, look. There's gonna be a point in this night where everybody in this room is gonna hate my guts. Because I'm clearly not here to support Trump. So what am I gonna do to make everybody else okay with me being here? I'm gonna buy everybody in my direct vicinity chicken fingers. I know one thing about white people, is that they love chicken fingers. I was a little deterred when I found out they didn't have ranch there. I was like, how am I gonna fool these white people if there's no ranch? $80 worth of chicken fingers is what I bought. $80 worth. I was trying to not die that night. So I go back to my little spot in the group and I'm like, hey, who wants chicken fingers? Everyone's like, yeah, right, chicken fingers, cool, man, yeah. I'm like, yeah, remember that shit? I told you guys about phase 1 of the plan, right? Dressed real nice, looked non-threatening. When I walked in, I looked up at the podium behind Trump. You know what I saw? 3 brothers dressed like me, but they all had sweaters wrapped around their necks. I'm like, you motherfuckers. So my goddamn idea. Or you're actual black Trump supporters. Either way, you motherfuckers. Finally, the show starts. And I'm calling this a show as opposed to calling it a campaign stop. Because, like, I've been to campaign rallies. I saw Bernie Sanders, I saw Obama, I saw Hillary Clinton. This was not a campaign rally. This was like the shittiest hillbilly field party I've ever been to. And I lived in northern Michigan for 5 years, you guys. This thing was, holy shit, man. This woman comes out at the very beginning of it, big old black woman. I was surprised. She says, let's lead us all in a prayer. So everybody bows their heads and she says, tomorrow, God will choose our next president of the United States. And I'm thinking, well, it's good to know my vote doesn't count. Didn't know this shit was up to God. He must be voting absentee this year. So I say, oh. God was making his way to the polls. He wouldn't vote absentee. I was excited about who they were going to have open the show, you guys. You saw the news, like right at the very end of the campaign, Hillary pulled out the big guns. She had Lady Gaga, she had Jay-Z, she had Beyonce. You know who we got? Ted Nugent. Ted Nugent. Not what I expected or wanted. Ted Nugent came out and rambled, not talked, rambled for 45 minutes. Because Trump was apparently 2.5 hours late. And their idea was, you know what we should do? Send the Nuge out to stall. That's what we should do. Nugent came out, man, and did what anybody would do when supporting a political candidate, talked about hunting. That's what he did, you guys. That guy was amazing. He was taking my breath away with how much he could talk about hunting. Michiganiacs. He called everybody in the room Michiganiacs. And like Michiganders were getting really pissed about it. We're not Michiganiacs! I spent 11 hours in a deer blind before I came here. I ascended down from the gods to talk to you about Donald Trump this evening. Then he talked to us about, like I said, hunting that evening. He talked for so long, some dude passed out during it. True story. He was like over there, we were here, Trump's podium was like where that camera light is. Dude passes out. Everybody in that side of the room starts freaking out. Everybody says, oh no, we need to get a doctor, we need an EMT, or something. Everybody started to get worried. We're like, did some guy pass out over there? You know what Ted Nugent did? Made fun of him. Yeah. The room got real against Ted Nugent all of a sudden. He's just like, did my melodic tunes put that man into a coma? Everyone's like, yeah, probably. I mean, he needs a doctor. After like 5 minutes of making fun of him, finally he says, is that man actually injured? And everybody, 5,000 strong, say, yes! Should I stop making fun of him? Yeah! Should need permission to stop making fun of somebody who just probably had a heart attack. I don't know how common sense works, but Lady Gaga wouldn't have done that. She might have, I don't know, she's probably a bitch in real life. After every speaker came out, they played the Backstreet Boys. Right? I was singing my ass off, you guys. We all bonded on that shit. Everybody in the room was bonded with it. We're like, oh my God, this is my shit! Everybody! Right. For those sweet, sweet 30-second intervals, everybody in the room was one, you guys. Made America great again. Then before Trump came out, Secret Service men came out and shot t-shirt cannons into the crowd. Wish I could make any of this story up, you guys. They came out, suits, earpieces, cannons. Boom, boom. Some guy I don't know is like, you've got long arms, catch one of those. You can't tell me how to live my life. Chicken fingers, baby, that was me. And finally, Trump came out. The moment we were all waiting for. It was like 1 o'clock in the morning. He shows up. This place goes fucking nuts. Nuts, you guys. I cannot describe how nuts this place went. I mean, literally everybody went crazy. Like all the friendships that had been formed that night dissolved instantly. Mainly, I mean with me, all the friendships with me dissolved instantly. Everybody else was fine, but they were like, wait a minute, he's not one of us. Trump came out and did that awkward, I don't know how to use my arm stand that he does. Because he's just...
Yes.
Oh, thank God, great. You're all beautiful. My tie is far too long. You're all beautiful. It's great.
Dude walks like he just got fucked in the ass, man. I'm not saying that he did, but that's how he walks.
Great. Oh, Mike Pence is a real big guy, you guys.
It's ironic because he hates the gays. He came out and I had a solid plan. This is phase 2 of my plan for the evening to make comedic gold out of this shit. Trump's speech patterns happen in a very distinct way. He comes out, people cheer, and then he tells a talking point, and then the entire room erupts with approval, and then there's complete and total silence. And so I thought to myself, I will use this silence to yell out questions to my candidate. It's the best idea I had after chicken fingers, you guys. So he comes out, starts talking.
Guys, when I am president, okay, I am going to be in Michigan so much, all right? I'm going to be here all the time.
Then he says something which I'm a little jealous of that I didn't come up with myself. He makes a joke, you guys.
He says, you know, it used to be they built cars in Flint, Michigan, and you couldn't drink the water in Mexico. Now, they build cars in Mexico, and you can't drink the water in Flint. I'm like, you son of a bitch! That was good!
Who writes for you, Trump? Shit. I was so angry, I'm like, I'm biting that joke. But then I told the joke. And I can't bite it. I was like, there's only like 6,000 people here. No one's gonna know.
But he says, we're going to build so many factories when I'm president. So many factories going to create so many jobs, okay? It's going to be great.
Whole room erupts with applause. Woo! Yeah! Woo! Make America great! Woo! Then it's silent. And then I say, who's paying for it? Trump doesn't acknowledge me, but everybody else in the room did. Everybody just looked at me. I was like, oh shit. So then they got over it. He kept talking.
We are going to repeal and replace Obamacare. We're going to get rid of it. It's going to be gone, okay? It's going to be gone.
Woo! Yeah! Right! We're drain the swamp! Woo! Replace it with what? This time he glanced at me quickly, just. It's the sound I imagine he makes every time his face moves. Then everybody else looks at me again, and some big dude in a Tom Brady jersey looks at me and says, "Hey, shut up! Hey, man, chicken fingers!" I had a breaking point that night. I had a last straw, you guys. So we started talking about the blacks.
He says, I have a great relationship with the blacks, okay? Fantastic. Look at my friends. I have a fantastic, great relationship with the blacks.
This time there's no cheering. There's no applause. So I decided I should probably break that silence with, "No, you don't!" I'm Mike Logan, everybody.
Mike Chicken Fingers Logan, everybody.